Well, you because Adom in Amasiasa to and common so Hanu say, Majili say, Addition Sonko, and I will soon be dream Jumedian so, and I'm paying Yatanasi, I didn't Mpensenpensenmu, bro, quickly, Mame, Emma, Abusia for Yako, said John Assembly, I make a Unyame Adoma, said Nautria, Ukwada, Yawada, na Afi, Yawada, and important son, and Casa, if you say, SD Asafuna or Dominantino. Omunyu be dini kese na ejina ya wada efi ada ni says di nhihye na hyase na ne meme dan so omode ayo omoso mti the late Sir John ye be kwakọ tai ebuchafo achi ne adofo achi ne MPP fo achi na wona timi adidwuma kese se akope ne krabia so sad of Sir John there, a friend to all of us and to a lot of people ntimigidi say now we ni ukwada na ya wada ni ebe kwa share bushafo ne the late Sir John na dofo nyina no animonyam sa so na Suffolk Gabriel or United Kingdom. The good thing is that me na me chire wade o Peters and they onyame atos after your Suffolk. You've been called to the ministry. The sad news is that you've lost your mom. Very, very sad. Mrs. Mary Owusu Jemfi, Dodo friend Nana Chewa, Pastor Gabriel Omamen, 70 years. Onyame de chair on the 3rd of July 2021, Ebuako RC Primary School Park, ona sharing na ebekoso. Na kwasiada no St. Peter's Catholic Church, Ebuako, Ewufusom no, and na asesum nyina no, ehona ebekoso. So to the family of the late Mrs. Mary Owusu Jemfi, Yako on Yemamo Shedding, Ebra Etise Emu. On the brighter side of life, lots of your birthday dedications are getting through here. From happy birthday to one of Ghana's finest female police officers, Sergeant Portia Na Shika Okoli of Teshi Police Station, and the police volleyball team. You are simply an awesome person who deserves God's endless blessing. And that's exactly what we wish for you on this day. From all your friends and loved ones, we love you, Posh. Have a blast. And also there, and lots of them. Abednego Hini Kwaju, a big brother to Yankasia boss, AC Ohini. You are 90 years old today. Whoa. Abednego Ohini Kwaju. Wow. And your junior brother continues to wish you that live to celebrate 106 years. Oh, yeah. Enjoy this day. So, AC Ohini, Ninya Paying, Abednego Ohini Kwaju, 90 years today. Happy birthday. Lots of your birthday messages, but you'd better for the meantime, I'll back to it. My main car also said, and you may call so say, emphasize me do Wimbro, Homtamen ginseng, CD capsules and an ointment, and of St. Andrew's College of Healthcare. One of our say emphasize and Komowi, Yemfa Emro. Now, Minchia, one of Ghana's youngest intelligent female chaps. You are watching this space. Priscilla Osei Frimpong. You're from Amapoma, General Secretary, Africa Hall, KNUST. Good morning. Oshe Jumedi pa inti Priscilla Osei Frimpong. Duduna from Amapoma, we are General Secretary, Africa Hall. Good morning to you. Your dream is big. I hope and pray you not lose the focus. Now, when you saw the me, Abem, come on. We are back on track. National Youth Organizer for the NDC. One of the few people who had that privilege. A man seen Karachi for 8 years at Tuatuaso. And yet, at that age, so we na a crew be so for Namakum and few Makum. They should tell you that now we be a year so. And my man, you and the Ghana, a man paying then. any ukrumfo nyina. That's why probably the party at the national level, let's say endorse say obetimi abeda emaburu ni nyina woni kuwa no, because they've seen in you something good to help the party and to help Ghana. Nti mame mana kwaba George Oparado needs no introduction, but my introduction every George Akwaba.
Yeah, no, I mean,
well, Bibia Boko.
The
last time I yes introduction a text message by now what you bre akoshe wachi uja honum unema na bia oji jato honum no how far the obe share wa na mu no so etito to them. Yes,
of the oba the odi ma dey immediately no president sign pamo no so man sign appoint a new person, but I know Crampo no. He's been there for less than a year, but I hear some songs and reapply again.
Okay.
I keep saying it's the job of the district chief or municipal chief executive. The most demanding job in a governance structure, but the most unrewarding. You are only the first line of defense for the government. So when I'm interfacing between constituents, no, and then abide. One also implementing government policies, if it's running in Aiba. So whether the policies are favorable or not, una the front person and una confronting every day. So one, you need grace. We need grace. Say anymore, not because you are special, but it takes more. And then two, we need human skills. Communication and how you relate with people. Because your father will be an minister and will be the president. So we all learn on the job. But the most important thing is we hear Nyaminsa also. Else and once in your throw letters
Mensi crash.
Because the people see you every day. It's and people you and there is a book for everybody. I don't know if it still exists, but in time the BNI, because all BNI officer attached to you. And see, there is a review now. Yeah, performance reviews. You invite us a brakra near Tamu book now who they are for
Wow.
Yes, it is not. And you are more scrutinized than even
the ministers.
We all now.
But it's a serious you.
So Utuka now cry wherever you go in the district, somebody reports on you. And more or less, no. As much as the BNI gathers intelligence in the districts, they gather more intelligence on you. Even the contracts you award. When contracts are even awarded in Accra, and most of the projects you award if you baby, but you end up supervising. So you award the contract, they will be able to contact Jessica. And sometimes some of the stories they tell about you, you end up asking yourself, say, wow. So I pity anybody in that situation.
But it's been there, it's still there.
It's still there. So, and Nancy who's there is in Crawford apply, and I came my campaign and said, even the procedure this government is using, say, Ubi apply, and it's wrong. Wrong in the sense that, in 2017, Alima, Haji Alima, we went to court and we won. Because, you have a 4-year mandate. And a 4-year mandate. The president can appoint and disappoint. So president is fired. A reason must be given why you are being fired. And then if anybody be no or person no answer, he must pay you 3 months in layoff or period next or the year. We went to court and got that judgment debt. And then they paid us. So I say, if you have people who have been there, for instance, a criminal, the Oba Meshach, Onyenya 2 years in Po. I hear this will be reapplied.
In his case, in
papa. So he, for instance, can, if on year Bonibiana, because everybody is reapplying, or applying and find a Juma Mana. Because technically in the time, so he has a 4-year mandate. And the rules of Canberra, the rules are a bit different from Minister Nenema. But unfortunately, this is where we are.
Wow. But we are not paying attention. So more.
It's not entirely true. You know, the role of the chief executive is such that it's mean kasa. But then soon you because our responsibility of catering for almost all government agencies are no more. But the budgets don't even come to you directly. And apart from the common fund, all other funds that comes are based on performance. For instance, the district development fund, the Yoruba for municipals, it is all based on performance. And then the funding agencies, your assessments, you must meet a certain standards. And some when you to even do projects. And sometimes there are some big districts here, through no fault of theirs, because of the environment in which they find themselves. And then key staffs may be missing. They cannot meet it, so they don't even get the funding to do the job. Oh, as for roads, because I'm buying or but there are some key changes. There are buying now a day development a sign. Yes, roads were done during our time. We did. I'm not sure that anybody, any administration, able to challenge the level of infrastructural development President Mahama from hospitals, chips compounds, roads, and then schools.
That's where the issue is. Maybe the more to say about 8 years no was super.
Of course.
But Nana do not buy better so I don't see a mode banagana for some be or Mubusan say. Into acquiring the way in a moya within just 5 years. It's coming across as if almost every trunk road or challenge.
You see, roads are maintained. Roads are maintained. And if we are buying that's over. Now roads are that over the stop roads for 2 years, 3 years. So you go first coat, now stop here. With time, me now be way there away. And that is exactly what we find ourselves. I'm about some more audit of most of the roads. No? Almost stopping road construction in this country for 3 years. It was only in 2020 and almost started to say when you leave that vacuum, there will definitely be problems. And you could do here. No? For instance, Eastern Corridor roads. There were contractors on majority of the roads. In the contractor here, Juma do be now be stopping now. In CO cars and so when you're in a Juma, so you go back to square one, and it happened all across. Ghanaians cannot dispute the fact that the NDC fixed a lot of roads. Legon, East Legon, boundary roads. We all saw what the NDC did with it. Pokwasi interchange, it is the handiwork of Mahama. Omobile Beto funding, draw outwards, Spintex, between Legon, Spintex, Palace Mall, Sa interchange here, John Mahama. Gifford Road, 37. I'm only mentioning Accra roads. Gifford Road, John Mahama. Fanofa Road, the asphalting of this Fanofa Road in 2016, John Dramani Mahama. Offer a Spintex bypass here, a Kofa Major Mahama roundabout here, John Dramani Mahama. Circle interchange, and you see, share the value of circle interchange. Any Juma Ababe, any traffic are easier. 6-7 years ago, Fiti Hanomu to Adabraka, or $4 rice and Hanuma. One spend the crowd 1 hour there, ubet me a catchy up for Hanuma, Ujina for one call, baby. Today, on this hour, no traffic movie. Because the time is money. So 1 hour, no. When you quantify it and how much money you have saved in your pocket. Hey, baby. Now, for Kaswa, so. Now the traffic situation that used to be in Kaswa. Then the easy Kaswa traffic. You can only praise John Dramani Mahama. And it's me for credit new mobile. Obechebi interchange here, John Mahama project. On the two funding. Railways here, and Accra railways are, and Namako Piako somewhere. Omba and Sikani in our holiday. John Dramani Mahama. Work has started number 2. So. All I need from this government, so I'm going to country at the airport saying, Bakwa, between and Casadium session, but you buy, we in a project, Sino Hydro for funds, I'm called you, because I'm interchange. I able some this year.
No, economy. Say economy. It's almost about 75% on. Economy. Yeah, Tamale economy.
I came back from Tamale not too long ago. This week, Ochinakra me sign Tamale. I'll send you pictures on Sino-Hydro.
Okay.
So you see, if you look at okay, so the young grant on Sino-Hydro, what are that project again? What are that game-changing project?
But if Pokuasi interchange, you can't take it away from.
Pokuasi interchange is the John Dramani Mahama project.
But Aban John take you over. Professor Mills, not John Crow. Professor Mills, he take you over from President John Kumkufo. There were certain funds that were procured for certain developments.
N1. John Mills. Professor John Mills. The commission.
The admission was there.
He gave credit.
Exactly. The admission was there.
That is leadership. And yet, basa leadership here.
Leadership where basa.
Oh, minia. Every young public debt to do 304 billion.
But you should know better. What was Bermuda? Now, then, how public debt? Public debt, your mom say, yeah, they be able to work as he.
Oh, minia.
So, who free a Berma? NDC. Mo yen shares and contract, and actually say, a Fibia and Abusumi Bia is Simubi or SC Tria. And sign a basic Purunanka so, and watch your Bible Costa you put to Juma. Yen you did to say, man, Nissi Casawan or Deno, and Yinana Susa. And yet they are, you been a choker crap, 8 year salaries. They wake up. Clearly, I build their compromise about dear who are so mine. I shall see the church and send to mine.
Your argument is solid and sound. The outcome can prepare penny. But who on my penny or the debt stock no a year campaign year politics. Hey, a catcher and say, or bar on Bobosia. Now, Bosiabo is a lazy man's approach to governance. Bosia NDC boy, you know, you're capital intensive projects.
What do you do actually?
What we don't actually. Bosia aban we abono into recurrent expenditure, which is dangerous, and that is why you are complaining. Say, oh, Bosia now they see Atuabo pays for itself. Oh, Bosia now they see Rage Hospital. Rage Hospital will pay for itself. Oh, Bosia now the year roads, major road intersections are a bit cheerful and hawker. You may not put tolls on it, but I hear a buying binya, and I hear a buying binyano. It caters and pays for itself. Unfortunately, I hear about we have borrowed, and mind you, this government has borrowed twice more than from Nkrumah Ebidu John Mahama Breso. And that is what we are talking about. About 304 billion in now Osha, among Kwadi, over 200 billion in 4 years. Must I say, MCC? John Mahama Bob said, do 64 billion. John Mahama Bob this year alone, they are borrowing over 25 billion. Ye koyana say by say ye borrow no, and ye who impunctual, na ye who development. You and I ain't complaining. But today, you will fix it campaign.
But so my buying is about hospitals all be put to up. About acquire minister says by close of the year, 6,000 kilometers.
Sadly, 25 billion and now 3 or 4 billion on my borrow so far. No, the cannot imagine so far. No, none of them captures. So our hospital name them and a different cost of them kakopis kadia babe. Oh, say I can borrow na ye who's there. So far, it's a car no. Hospitals, what's even 30 people, also they see 88. But now can say not even one. Any to block back home, not even one. Any to block back home. Major projects are ongoing this year. Major projects are ongoing this year. Apart from Sino-Hydro, overhead no more year or Tamale, no. None of the major projects and they're part of our we borrowing, you know. Kaswa of Ankwe interchange and Kamban we borrowing. John Mama Sikano Koji Enibi. Obechi John Dramani Mahama Diano Koji Enibi. And then the various ones are John Dramani Mahama. Railways here, railways in John Dramani Mahama. It's the question I keep asking. I say, see, can be prepared then on the look at your recurrent expenditure column. Oh, your budget. And when they are, you can't tangibles, you begin to ask yourself, say, Atuabo today is paying for itself. Atuabo. And Atuabo increased our stock. Terminal 3, 8 year and hoka, and the in-depth stock, a cost show. So everything President Mama Boro, But these were the same people who criticized borrowing to the extent that you said, "Mamudu ba mi akachare Ghana for." So, yende yem borrow. Na sika wo man mu ha yeti sika so ye bre. That was the commander in chief himself, Nana Adom Adom. Memfa doctor menka ho ma.
But sika ho.
And the economy is in a mess.
Not as a result of mismanagement, but as a result of a lot of things that Adom said. Sometimes some of the reasons, if world economies are suffering as a result of Amansai COVID, what is this economy? What can we do about it? Apart from that, when they took over, the indicators were so good.
That is the argument I was coming to. Yeah, no economic policy decisions mature within 1 year.
Spillovers.
The best record Abangwenya was in 2017. All their best indicators.
The reason is that
Exactly. Abangwenya passed in the budget March. Or be reading the first budget in March 2017. Between January to June, it was the NDC's budget that was in session. So everything they got was because of the NDC. In 2016, the indicators were positive. Inflation had seen a downward trend. And mind you, in 2016, in an election year, under the able leadership of President John Dramani Mahama, overspending and budget with Kromo Hanomu. We kept within the limits. Every indicators they got, everything positive they got, was due to an NDC administration. After 2017, in 2019, our economy was in red before COVID. So, almost me for COVID, and yeah, excuse. Because we have seen a bad performance of the economy right from 2018. And every policy they claim they've implemented, you're crab, bro. Meanwhile, you say you're planting for food. So we can take their policies one after the other and debate it. And then the Ghanaian people, ebe kind of crane Obio Ghana this year, where in Ghana you. But if not for anything, the Fix It campaign alone should tell you, say, Abang, we are failing. Fix It, air koswa, emebunu start air kasa. The number of young people who are speaking today, some level of discontent from the citizens.
But probably now, I'm conscious about the relevance of being part of the day-to-day administration of the country.
The people have always been. The people,
the consciousness, it keeps increasing by the day.
And I make catch yourself, but the level of activism on people calling on governments. Because you see, the problems not dozen. That is why even people ordinarily who never have spoken against this government today are talking.
I see.
You better catch him at school.
You should him say, you're Thompson, former deputy CEO. Alfred Thompson, former deputy CEO, National Investment Bank. Also, Babaka is a media and common metre. Era Alfred Thompson, former deputy CEO, National Investment Bank. Bababe Kayan Common. If you've just joined, National Youth Organizer NDC, what's not say sanction Era Thompson Association so Babaka and said that, and you may go CD capsules in the ointment, you know, the donors will consume because the capsules no a boost to your immune system, no not. Ointment is really chew upon what possible BBI Timiko. Odo the chair or can she drug lane, Ecus Pharmacy, Gapson Pharmacy, Kofudia, Danny Herbal, Kumasi Ashtown, and have a pharmacy drugstore, any herbal shops are all doing that. Ubenyabi, El Hodom. One Tiankasa or Lashibi, Shalom Sport, about 19 Junction, and after 0209 682 836, and 0505 767 425. Na what team no na dingita ho because e kai obi o say so person nyantete e wo nurse na adwuma ku no ma operation healthcare officer Metro St Andrews College of Healthcare this akonya na beto e the amount nti o St Andrews College of Healthcare number is 0544 830179 and 0244 6969 11 no team no akasa homecoming jinsin there dodo na nkasa de furniture sunyane adwumako no 6 stars pharmacy wonne sunyane municipal assembly hwenim homecoming agency no ho na refi ade afi eno achi so pese will lower your blood sugar level now improve the function of your lungs na fe ho na otimi se woni su bribru na otise ho na ma yo hojoa homecoming agency e de sa how ni na e be free prekope e de ama free on or 0200 34 29 88 and 02061 06 799 na watimini won akasa. Eye 6 Stars Pharmacy a one was shuyane one de san komo we edi bro. Now san komo we pija ni mu enrada whether abana we ye pa na still the other options out of it. Now the consequence of sa muaya free ascendi bia ba human rights court no and what to say. One of the two Rastafarian boys who was denied admission into Achimota school for refusing to cut his dreadlocks says he's fully aware of the possible stigma of victimization he may face in the school when he is finally admitted and is ready to handle it. Tyrone said this after the Human Rights Court 1 Division of the High Court in Accra ordered the school to admit him. Speaking after the judgment, Tyrone Marhguy said the court's decision was part of a great story. The first time I walked through the gate of Achimota, the first thing I did was to check the time I arrived because I knew one day I would be telling a story with it. I had no idea I would be telling one great story in the courtroom about how I was discriminated against and how I am back. On going back to school and the possibility of facing further stigma, Tyrone Marhguy said, I will know how to handle it and to straighten things up with when the stigmatization starts. The court, in the same spirit, directed Achimota School to also admit Oheneba Nkrabia, another Rastafarian student, into the school. And Frienra, our court rule in the way by, Adwenchena Bibri. Fortunately, National Youth Organizer for the NDC, a lawyer, and he say from the point of law, from the traditional point, from the Ghanaian perception, or Bakani Nabo, am I a proper educational? See, this time, me address her as a lawyer. We buy an one.
It's a good day. A Yemen Nijebi so finally, the courts no akasa, and in PNP, you will be, and those of us who practice, you will be you chastise some judgments because judgments in the be someone say, what is the law supposed to protect? The ben sembrano eka eboa. You court because you pay justice. Na untumi fa embra enhye wonsem. Ye omaya embra eye adwuma. Na enema bi a constitution guarantee no fa hodie eka ho bi. Freedom of association, freedom of religion. Eye niema eye entrenched in the constitution. Our constitution a guarantee sa freedoms and sa rights no. Obi biara ni honoma obetumi afa sa fa hodie na hye ne nsem. Nti di Achimota school ye no ma to mbra. Sabe meti he me wodi amgidi. Your co-state functions sir. You go sir. Your woman omofre Christo ebompaye. Na ye wo yenu anu Muslimi fo omde omoma sabe omokoto ebompaye fro omunyame. Obia de ye. Untumi enka se wo ye Christo ni nti no dia wo gidi no.
Papa chen obia.
Chen me de nti chinchina wo hye me so se mesmenju de ni ndi. Enye ne kwan ne. Achimota school po de enye mission school ni akase school bi ene say ya sorry bi ne si ye nti no asori ne nhye nie. Nti no dia ewo mu poten a ewo ze Achimota fo ene omo headmasters headmistress nti ase ne say aban adwuma na oye. Constitution and her man the baby so ntena no ndi ne headmasters and headmistress. Old mean to sa constitution na say. Na mestre obi biara sabio all cassette asa judgment is there. And ebia on judgment ne ya adwene. But what this judgment has done today for ye na as a mind and they say about the correct impression being negativity be a ochna enyine benya so mfaso. And enim say Rasta man sabi a religion or the same rights to say Christo. A man a kremoforma a Maya fi omugui. Imram am ho kan say so tumi gu ne Maya fi betena bia so tibia say no no sha.
We kremoni.
So I say but obekọ bia so ye ma ayi ababawa ne crime ani ngu Maya fi adentia. Eno no de hye ne nso so. Nti no untumi ntoto sa de na ase. For me say judge no ayade pa so when nya kukuduro no capture atmata in the face and see what atmata for nko aso. This is also to Wesley Girls High School on the issue of Muslim students are Ramadan time what's more fast you know. Immediately I will admit to Akoda school but and you see the also say most of these schools are on government subvention. Me know we earn taxes in the teacher moka. School in generates came fi baby. Inti no say state na ye nyina ye dom no me chia tax, we chia tax, we be chia tax no. That ye nyina ya atum say the 1992 constitution na be ye adwuma ne de. Untimi boom fa.
What of nipa bi adwene say e bie epono ato ho. Already ne epono bi abie. And ya block pono na ne saa atemu ya abai. E bie pono bi ato ho say Kwabena Santi ono ye konfo no a omdi hire ene powder e de ya hyenso de no ene nyoma ahodo doso na sefo no ene se menya kwanya osuku bi mu na me kwa saa me doso ne me hire ne saa mpese nyina no ene o kwan se ye osi akwan ebinim so de se ye mamma no so omukusku edwetwa omuti e de empa ne esi kwan se oba otrinyi ne wani munyam nti de na ekoba se ne otrinyi ye betwetwa wontimi emfa otrinyi nkusku ebinim so saba sa wofo ni binim kura se suku atade kura ya ye todi ko suku no aya na du bia na nkora ne de na tete sika ni ho ba wo mo fi ntade bebre wo ho a won betimi ahye na won de akoti ebinim esuro nyina ne se asem wo ye moso ni akoboso dia ene na hawa hodo a ahyehye binim ho ache nyina no ebie sa akonya na to de aba
anya no kra bia ne musa and easy say you started drinks na you reduce arguments no sabe baby am fi sabe e bia ye nka ne bedwam but obia ni krom hanom ani fi ebosom ni honom obia ni hanom Yahu Kristo nti bia de e beto ye de na nanom som ye jato no but obia fi ebosom honom ye ne sabe kura ye timu ye ne akonfo atra bosom ni si ya on sa omo dress normal say ne omo and e bia the only difference here, I'm not 15%. No, but then, I confirm be bring bomb person. Me bring bomb person. Me fit me okay appeal me. I cannot do the cool or be bring. Also appeal. I must be bring. Krobia because school Cape Coast. Be bring and then I'm crowing me na. So we cannot equate the two. There were Rasta for. Yenim omo identification okay Numbers chapter 22 send your Bible ne krama ho kwan send your omujo mutri and Rastafarianism no enye bibi fufuro bia Judaism no ane okay Bible na okay Numbers ewo mu kwan omujo mutri na nsise ya ewo omosom ne ho nti enye bibi fufuro bi e na huntini kweti obi som say because yam kotama kwan say akoda ni tree na nipa ni tree no say na tie inti no ene oba school na wo nche school uniform no e atade a maybe a e school uniform de ko maybe a inti eno na say on say okọ school we atimota for wo mu uniform o mo se adisada for wo mu uniform o mo se St Augustine for wo mu uniform ye nua no fa tepim for obia ne uniform eno na say on so inti unam kroma e so adisada college ni nie atimota school ni nie yet me equity argument ni reduce argument ni man be some so the aye can say your constitution you know assembly be say obia with freedom of association won't me impose the end to me so that means me impose me the end to also
okay
but the ambrane dan ye fanto
right
embrane edin kunim na say nyina ye budget number so na ye search motor for some name brand be aduma na teacher for na wo school nim na so ye be sure mo say enye say a branch na court na wedding kunim nti no omo ba betan na ni and also so de ye nyina di ni be di akire na ye masa akwan no because court na di mbra na ba say na ye nyina ya jatum say di mbra be ye adwuma ye masa mbra na ye adwuma.
Okay, so lots of your text messages getting through Hanum say teacher ni ba ko radio kukum SHS say I like Operado so much. Open a number, I'll wait my friend on 0244 38 22. There's also the main and I like what he's doing. You need his number. Okay, so that's it. Then I'm there, man. A lot of your text messages. and aba magic bracket Kenya. But here Alfred Thompson, me yonko pa we need that MC Aton Safre we emergency to Africa. Obese bu name. Oni brekra kan na ko NIB ono deputy chief executive Adom MPP amanyoko no so abeka nsa e wa hanim sei. Nti ohwa nkoma na kan na ye di no na enenam area say ni na ban ansa ne abagana nkoma so. Na ban a Adom no oman no basa. Sika semon totuye enkoyi. Ehihye nso ahodo mudi gu akwam enkoyi. Ohwa ban na nkasa ba bi odi nani a kire na clearly odi e ko dechimu. Nti abaya 1 year 4 years kwan me kire first time kwan no wantimi anye akwan ahodo titu interchange ahodo kwa tamale ntimi wi na obe promise ye de wono we have a problem. Abaya bosia bon so oba no se de bosia bon no onim de ode beye ne bosia no waba mo na bunka mo man no so from Nkrumah be payment na no pay no ka say abaya ne bosia bo akonkan MPP amanyoko. What is happening? And so probably we have a share on the bite on Achiwata schools. You are telling me that say first time I would have a Badwam share the you better come on.
Yami Adom.
Good.
Yeah,
Ibia nam ne kwan so party share bibia. Would you say more hope for the future?
Oh, we are not just giving you hope. Yeah, Mamo, their SN effort say in the next few years, no, you will see clear development in the country.
I see.
That is what an MPP government does. Every time we want MPP back into power, we feel the pain, the pinch, because of Mosi Yesisi Nyama, especially with the economy. We share economic side now. Say 1 year, a whole year, the fundamentals in the country will not stand tall.
But your best economic
that
indicators no, was 2017. If you are going now trends no, and that's even with your 2017. Osha argument na nipe binim anope national youth organizer Edia Tuja or say it just doesn't happen within a vacuum. As a result of obi modern bo na spill over naba na mo nya home fashion. So obi home fashion na mo beti.
Obi modern bo no that time no then okachen say wa we nam ni nyina kan bio. Into them modern bo. Them modern bo. Nimpa wa we nam akan bio no. It took the president to take bold decisions and put certain things in the right place for the country to take off. It took the president. Enyagro. God knows why he brought the president at that time. Nankambio unumpo na akanu ebe bubu na pro, and Ghana would have come to a standstill. I'm telling you, and I know what I'm standing on. You think it was just for nothing? Yeah, we had to do the financial sector cleanup. There were bold decisions, sir. Then to me here. There were decisions that it will hurt people, but you have to do it in the general interest of the country. Because when you are putting things in place, it is say Woko Riverside, Woko Science you. Now wo a basket kete, and now wo a bowl. Na wo sa insure na wo the good basket no wo hope say wo be do fie no na insure no. It will never happen.
That's this administration.
That's what they were doing. They were just plugging holes.
But a lot of people vehemently disagreed with the approach in terms of the banking sector cleanup.
Because it will hurt people.
That there were options, not about hurting.
When you are doing the right thing, it will hurt people. Who are the pie? Who feels say the right thing or building a structure and it just comes in a day? It takes time. So once you are doing the right thing, time Nkrumah job 600. We heard about the number of people who died, but he took the bold decision and built it. And you know na MPs use no. Those are bold decisions you have to take. It will hurt people in the immediate, but in the long term, no, it will build a solid foundation for your economy. Look at how robust the economy is going. Go and check the Bank of Ghana indicators this time and see how things are just jumping, they are rising. Whereas other countries, neighboring countries, are not getting the same So it tells you, say, the things that were put right under the first 4 years of the president, you know, is what has made us sustain ourselves to this time. And you see, we are calling for fix it. When they are fixing it and exciting you, we say, Debbie, and go ye. Definitely, when you are fixing something, it will hurt you.
So your fixing is hurting.
It is a crew, yes, sir.
Yemiano.
Miano na ya
By the
but ebewu na ewu so a
the horn mark be
either one mark beba obehu say tokro kesi bi da ho or obehu say skin no ebe hili. It's a choice. Ye ni ye na ye ni kese a ebe proud but ebe hili. Ana ye betumi address so keke obehu say enim no e hili but internally no there are some germs in I betumi affect you obi o. And that is what Ghanaians are facing. Let us be realistic and let us face it with dignity and with pride. Say, we want to see a future of Ghana. Say, at the end of the day, say, but
the concern continues to be, Majibusia, you cannot point at this hospital, you cannot point at this road, you cannot point at this school, you cannot point at this. They say, that's all over.
Do you know why those concerns are there? Because it be a green book and a blue book, and a blue book to say green book or more. No. But if you are done, used money, taxpayers' money, to go and do that book, more BA one, then people would have seen what has gone on. Nancy, I said, what's a education minister? Obetina, I say, can say, they are building what? In 10 regions, they are building science resource centers from scratch to BBSA do. 10, like the pre-6, because they are going to use that purposely to train children to be on the right track with the robotics and everything. You see, they are trying to put education in an aspect that automatically in one point you would want to do work on your own without depending on government.
So as a member of this administration, 5 years almost, what do you say? What do you point to? So these are the policies that we've implemented. We have no shame, we have no regret. From A to Z. What can you point to?
I can point to several. Listen, most governments we could have easily said, listen, forget about every project that has been started. Let us go and do our own projects so that we leave a name there, say, aye way. But you said, no, government is a continuum. Sika, and I say, and I get the aye even though Yenim say some of them no were overly bloated, no, we said, let us continue with it. Let us finish with it. Baby, very serious, no. We said, do the necessary investigations and everything. After that, no, we'll pump money there to finish it up. And there have been several. And when you look at our educational reforms, you realize, listen, even this friend saying, Nancy, Enra, I was smiling and laughing when I realized, when children do well on their own, obi fi Fantinko said, then obi fi Wesley Girls, obi fi Holy Child, obi fi Tamale Senior High, different across the country. And they've done so well. Out of 465, 411 passing. No more passing here with 8 straight A's. Not to mention the 7 A's. Not to mention the 6 A's. 400, the whole across Africa and West Africa. 465. First 465. No. 411. Ghana. What did our former education minister and the former presidential candidate and vice presidential candidate come to say? Say, your mom,
oh,
for crying out loud, please.
She said that?
Yes. Yesterday in a radio interview.
She said that?
Yes. This one not ne candidate. The former presidential, that's your mom.
No, maybe I want to.
Oh.
Maybe,
I am telling you as a matter of fact.
No, I have not listened, but
I'm telling you as a matter of fact.
Maybe the angle of Fibano.
Minia, go and listen to the audio. If me may try and call me here again and I'll apologize to Ghanaians.
That your mom?
Yes. I say, Omante, Yante will Ghana has a your mom past questions, me questions are tips are on the culture, you know. Meanwhile, no, earlier on in the interview, no, she forgot that she herself committed. Say, students be called a rampage. Say, we are yet mono amba. You see the contradictory statement. And these are the people who want to come and rule this nation. Ghanaians, let's cry out loud. And let's call a spade a spade. yen ye ade a ese fata say de bi ye ni ho a ye betumi aka che yen ba say we na ye jama mo. Let us not do politics in such a way say you just want to muddy the waters because someone has done well. First 3 students, the best 3 in the whole of West Africa, they are from Ghana.
Because you're Mama Po.
Because you're Mama Po. As said by the former educational minister and vice presidential candidate of the NDC. Ono no kasa, when people learn, they burn the midnight oil and they go and write exams and pass instead of us encouraging them and encouraging the rest. Maybe they couldn't catch up because of 1 or 2 reasons. No, we rather say yeah Mama Po intina omoko ye we no. When I was in Augustine's, not every time Wesley girls, now I'm passing no me beating. I am way full. Then you know the excuse we always give ourselves. Say Wesley girls are Mama Po because Mrs. Sylvia Boy, or Wesley girls, and at that time she was the registrar at WAEC. She was Ghana registrar before she took over the whole West African Examination Council, registrar. No? And so that was the excuse we were given. Instead of so later on, Mommy called Hono. She became the headmistress after Achi. Then I visited the school. The way I mean so much and I say, wow, if in my school, yet to miss a quarter of the way I almost there, I'm sure would have done far better than that. Because even the night before I hear, you know, not where we are, who person will call jams near the air, and I'm moving common, I'm more stressed. Yeah, we are not a naya by chance you, or back at me, see, are you joking? And I have a coffee. You think that's all to do? So when students work well and they learn and we encourage them, and you know, that time you talk past questions, Mamo. Now you chill the way you answer questions, because there's a systematic way of answering questions and getting a point at a time, one by one. Yes, I didn't know. Now what na say Mama Po.
Okay, so briefly on the Achimota issue.
Achimota issue, no, it has its good and bad side. The judge has taken a decision. It's good for the country because they see you the way forward. Say, once you have your beliefs near the end, you can go and join a school or go to any school. Devoid of the fact, say, it be a school, no, rules and regulations. First, now based on the rules and regulations of a school, no, anything I would pay school, no, I want to go to Achimota because you say Minuano call hono or PFE hono. Now he was cut in a certain direction. Me per Augustins because me call hono, me PFE hono, my family who say there was something unique about me, the discipline that goes on in there. It's good, say why away, but me share no the after effects of what could happen. And yekwa say in America, I could have to make a gun, not go shoot the whole school. And yekwa. Now let us look into the future of this country and ask ourselves if this would help us. But the judge has taken a decision, and it's for the betterment of all of us. Okay,
so clearly,
Thompson has struggled in trying to speak to issues about the economy.
How?
I'm going to and he ended up Ubisan is on country and the airport with all the loans he borrowed in 5 years. When he quickly moved into an area. So after the Professor Jena Nopokwadma about complaining about issues pertaining to the exams last year. It is not about Prof. Nana speaking to the issues. Even here in your studio. She didn't say it. I'm me patrol Mamiria. O kasana metia. It's patrol you could metia. Even in the studio Hanomo. When the WASI was ongoing, we had calls to come and complain about examination leakages. Yeah.
Those that were leaked were cancelled.
No, please.
Those that were leaked were cancelled.
In some schools, supervisor say, yeah, teacher for only be. There was a school in the Eastern region.
Yeah.
Those ones were cancelled.
Yeah.
There were papers. We saw on social media.
Yeah.
Those papers were not cancelled.
But the Exams Council released an information to that effect.
Those papers, the students went into an examination room. The day of the paper, we saw questions. And you see, I am not taking anything away from Nkoda.
No doubt about that.
But the questions on social media, those papers were not cancelled.
But why could you release by?
And I'm saying, I challenge you here now. Papers are who on social media and they're circulating before those papers were not cancelled.
Okay.
But some schools were sanctioned and punished. That we all agree. And those are the releases why it came out. India as a former education minister, and Thompson here does not appreciate education better than Professor Jenana because
that's what you think.
The contribution in education as a minister, and if Napo himself will be very honest and Educhum will be honest, they will tell you the reforms. When Prof. Nana was education minister, I was an MC, and we saw the reforms, even teacher absenteeism in Kwa, Omokatse, and the UN report is still available for you to read. It's, you know, her contribution in education. And now say, we see science centers. The one who saw the implementation, 10 in 10 regions.
From scratch.
The one who saw the implementation and the building of over 70 E-blocks. Complete school structure. No. These arguments, many will say you are using over 41 of them. 70 were completed out of the 123 in a year. Or no, it's not taking credit. The one who saw reforms in education, the first female vice chancellor, Ekason Education, we sit here and we question it. If Prof and Mintie interview here.
Yeah, but respectfully, that's what I was going to
get to. If Prof had said anything about APA, it is not Prof saying it. It is the evidence we all saw to the extent that there was an outrage in this country. There was an outrage in this country. After the first two papers, now APA number, across the country, how the students reacted based on conversations and then subsequently, we saw, and I still have some of the images on my phone, questions on Troya, we all saw them. Never can say, if this is the situation, it is wrong. Those ones, nothing was done about them. It's, you know, let's not, and you see, Dr. Kumboka saying me some years ago, my party disagreed. And I'll say it here today. I'll say, he doesn't support protocols. Say, Obi and passing to change na or papaya paying me to the protocol. He doesn't support it. The reason is that Nipa na obefa the protocol no. Akwa the nurse was a doctor no. If you do be accident no.
He might be the
person. That's why the doctor and as a nurse about the friend. Today we can celebrate their successes. But Joy FM last week on your own sister station, your review of free SHS, TV. Your review of free SHS, TV. Now Charles and almost all the other stakeholders in education say, you review free SHS NBA. You review BM. When President Mama spoke about review, you say, hey, review means cancel. Today, Christian Bishops Council, almost all the major stakeholders in education, just last week, I was Joy FM speaking on review of the whole free SHS system. Because almost say standards are falling. If the results was anything to go by with this good performance, why are the major stakeholders in education complaining that standards are falling? Because it means either the results is not what it is, it's been managed, it's been massaged. Because under this government, everything is possible. Even World Bank figures, they massage it. To the extent that the World Bank has come out to correct them on a few times.
But that's not disputed even by the World Bank. Mr. Wardeman, I think I watched that on News 4. When the World Bank came in itself to say that those things were not correct.
No.
What
the World Bank said.
But I don't know, dangerous. Say, because the World Bank.
That is not
BT World Bank. And we're dangerous.
No,
but that's not even the truth.
That is why I keep on saying
that. Yeah, but that's a dangerous statement to make.
When you have
the last time I checked on News File, there was that correction.
Yeah.
Not just by
it was corrected by the World Bank.
It was that's
yes.
No.
Yes.
Not just by the host.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
That's my worry.
Yeah. If you remember that statement and that correction that came, what the World Bank said was that the figures they used And this World Bank issue happened last year, so just before the election. The correction that came was that the NDC's accusations was that some things were not added to it. And the World Bank came to say they don't add those ones. But if you add that, then our situation would have been accurate. And that was the correction.
But the inference was that they had outsmarted the World Bank.
Yes. Because
but there was a correction.
Yes.
Those additions. We don't do those additions. If you do those additions, it falls in line with what you're saying. But the presentation to the World Bank, it doesn't add.
Yeah. Not too long ago, even to parliaments. Even to parliaments of this country. Of course, yes. The debt stock, they call parliament, and then the debt stock that were in them were different by the same governments, just to the parliament of this country.
So we outsmart parliament too.
And I'm saying, so the minister had to go back because they had to be called back to come and show the real figures, even the debt stock.
So you believe that the results could be managed?
No, you see, all I'm saying is that stakeholders in education, just last week, after WAEC has come out with their results and Ghana has done so well, and the very same people are almost complaining that standards are low and so we must review.
They raised issues about baby and Kwadano Beda, Sen Kwadado Dona da Form 2. They raised issues about calendar now. They raised issues about feeding. Immediately, I had also raised those issues on Asempa.
Yeah.
The next day, the minister himself was on other platforms. And then the Ghana Education Service Director General was on Asempa
and
to break down.
The deputy has also been going around.
To break down whatever. And I said that, true. You cannot get a situation where free SHS will come without challenges.
Yeah.
Now we have to crack the whip on this administration to effect those challenges.
Little challenges, never. And don't forget that even with that, there was the when we say calendar a year, but it was because of that COVID issue.
Yeah.
COVID issues in say calendars.
You see,
because at the end of
that is not true about calendar.
Masa,
that is not true.
school move for almost a whole year.
Before COVID,
wearing school clothes almost a whole year.
In school for how long?
They were running a track system. What are you talking about?
The track system.
Yes.
So when they're running a track system?
Yes, the track system is where students, any Ghana Education Service for the stakeholders and education, no problem. Before COVID, nobody cannot.
Before COVID, nobody complained about the calendar.
Then you refuse to hear. Then you refuse to hear. We
were saying we have been introduced to a tracking system.
They were complaining was that there's a new tracking system. Gold, green,
because the number
but they
of
don't
times we were staying in school.
They don't understand the track system.
Contact hours
and parents complaining say they were spending more money. Exactly. So what was that about? Was it not before COVID? Parents were complaining, said they were spending too much money on extra classes.
But in the midst of all these challenges, we are number one.
Thank you.
In the midst of all these challenges, we are number one.
So you feel that massage is
good for us, but the same stakeholders are complaining about
do you know in the United States, failure rate is 40%. Have they closed their educational system down? Go and check. In the United States, failure rate is 40%. Have they closed the educational system down? Let us not bastardize the system as if a failure in a whole. There are challenges, as you are saying. Definitely, when you start, when you are making or you start a new system, there will be serious challenges. There will be serious people will even be against it because obi wo ebia mostly first na ekono e no de nya ne eyiwo lala wo. Says I wouldn't new a system abano. I think there's a okotnas no planning. By the time we plan, you know, call retirement. Enjoy your share. So definitely some people will be against it. But at the end of the day, is it going to serve in the better interest of Ghanaians? What are the challenges? Let us address it one by one. Let us improve upon it, and let us make sure that at the end of the day, we are topping West Africa and the world as a whole.
Okay, so happy birthday to Dr. Zenato Ajiman-Rawlings. Happy birthday. From Lave to you, Dr. Zenato Ajiman-Rawlings.
I wish you all the best. Happy birthday.
Let me wish you. Doc, easy. Happy birthday.
Easy. Oh, I see. But you need to be coming.
Yeah, pon.
Yeah, pon.
Oh, I know.
And
Why my Pablo Casa Pisa? Where they are you?
One month.
Next time. Yeah, and this propaganda. I was here. Echina, the sweetheart be birthday, a friend at the pie. Okay. They wishing a happy birthday and God's blessings.
Okay. So at the pie, happy birthday. God's blessings. When you may admit China your birthday. Edmisia, you are talking. Thank you so much. Lawyer, thank you so much. To the production team, super job. When you made the chair, we're here.